Welcome, Earthly Souls, to my channel, Earthly Soul Tarot. My name is Daniel. For those of you who are new, and if you're not new, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you guys again. Thank you for joining me today, you guys, for this collective reading. So, how are we feeling with the full moon and everything? I know the energy's been pretty high. You could be struggling to fall asleep or waking up in the middle of the night a lot. I know I have been, and my dreams have been pretty intense, you guys. Like, this full moon is kind of crazy. There's a lot of past energies that you are aware of that you need to get rid of, but for some reason, some of them want to stick around. And that message has been kind of, looming around for a few days already. And I feel like I personally resonate with that as well. So maybe you're resonating as well. So let's see what is going on, my loves, in general. The Three of Swords, and I'll show you the cards right now. Let me just get a few more. Three of Swords, the Temperance card, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so some of you could be trying to get over a past relationship or some type of heartbreak. There's a person in your past that has definitely walked away, okay? And I feel like you've gotten to the point where you're kind of comfortable at this point with being alone, with being by yourself. With Temperance, I feel like you're doing a lot of self-soothing. You're doing a lot of emotional work within yourself, which is really good, okay? You're doing things like shadow work and, journaling and really trying to heal yourself. Maybe you're even going to therapy. And yeah, with the Knight of Cups, it just kind of confirms that. I feel like you're trying to understand yourself on an emotional level, in a way that you've never tried to do before. Because, you've gone through your moments where you did, some healing and stuff, but I'm hearing like never at this level, okay? I feel like for a lot of you, this could have been something very significant that you're trying to get over. This could have been like a really, really difficult time for you, not gonna lie. And so this time it feels a lot more difficult, a lot harder, but a lot more significant at that. Anything else, Spirit? We are getting the Eight of Pentacles and the Tower. Yeah, confirmation from Spirit. Something that you've been holding on to for a very, very long time with that Eight of Pentacles, okay? And the Tower is just, everything's coming down. For a lot of you, this already happened. I will say, for some of you, you could be in the middle of this Tower moment, okay? Maybe you haven't completely let go yet, or this person or energy still hasn't exactly left your life, but it's getting there. It's definitely gonna happen, okay? With that Tower card, it's pretty obvious. But, my loves, as always, Tower moments, they can be difficult. They can be very heavy. They do also bring new beginnings, okay? There's still hope in the Tower. I know a lot of us, we look at the Tower and it's like, especially with this reading starting off with the Three of Swords, it can feel a little bit daunting and painful. But trust the process is what I'm hearing, okay? Trust, because there are a lot of things, Moon card, there are a lot of things that you can't see yet, that you don't know yet, okay? There are reasons why things happen the way they do and at the time they do, okay? And I just feel like right now Spirit is saying this is perfect timing for you. So try not to, get yourself involved too much. And when I say involved, I mean like trying to change the way that things happen or trying to change the outcomes, okay? If you know something is, truly meant to exit your life, you need to allow it to happen, okay? And I feel like the key to making sure that you actually successfully heal from this is to make sure that you are holding yourself accountable and actually allowing these outcomes to happen, okay? Especially when you know deep down that that's what is best for you, okay? So it's a little harsh, okay? It's a harsh energy. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's a harsh energy. It's very intense, okay? Because you still have a lot of love for this energy. You still have a lot of passion and your energy is still very much focused on it. But this is something that is just spiritually draining you, my love, okay? Sometimes emotions alone are not enough for us to decide or perceive something correctly, okay? You also gotta like look at how this energy is affecting your daily life. Look at how they're affecting your thought patterns, okay? Even your image, you know, when you're around certain people that drain you, you can tell that like your face kind of warps a little bit. I don't know, something about like your self-image changes. Even if it's subtle, you can definitely notice it. But yeah, what I mean by this is allow it to happen, okay? Allow this energy to exit your life. And honestly, it may seem like the hardest part of this all, and I'm not trying to discourage you, but it's not. The hardest part is going to be learning to live after this energy leaves, after this breakup or this moving or this, you know, whatever this journey that is ending is for you. Um, yeah, a lot of us, we tend to think that the actual release is difficult. It's not. Sometimes it feels quite empowering, you know, to allow something to leave that you know is meant to leave, because it's kind of like a weight has been lifted off your chest. It could be, you know, emotionally painful, but something about your spirit just feels lighter. Um, but the actual difficult part, and this is most of the time, right? Sometimes it's not this way, but the most difficult part is learning to get back into your own flow. One, it's relearning yourself in general, especially as somebody that is independent or that doesn't have this energy looming around them anymore. Two, it's establishing like new routines, maybe new places that you want to go to. You don't want to go to the same places you went with this person or with this energy. Um, and three, it's maintaining that like hope, maintaining that determination to move on. Sometimes we can, you know, we have bad days and all of our determination, all of our motivation just goes out the window. And that's normal. It's supposed to happen, okay? That's the true test, my loves. That is when it is probably the most difficult. Um, but yeah, I feel like I'm rambling on. Let's continue. Um, any advice for the collective spirit at this time? Okay, you're getting the Seven of Wands, which is a card of setting boundaries. It's a card of making sure that your boundaries are also known, okay? Because a lot of the times it's easy for us to say, oh yeah, I'm setting boundaries, but then when it actually comes to the people that we're setting the boundaries with, we don't even make them aware that we have boundaries. Like, where did our boundaries go? Again, out the window along with our motivation. So definitely make sure you're a little bit stronger with your boundaries in making them known, okay? That's very important. And not just with this energy that's left, but with the people that have still stayed around. Because some people might, wow, the Queen and the Page of Pentacles, look at how they came out. Because some people might still want to hold you back or make you feel like, you know, oh, but give them another chance. Or, oh, but like, you know, this is going to be such a big change. You know, there's going to be people giving you their opinions. Of course, there always are. But make sure, yeah, the Page and the Queen of Pentacles came up. Make sure you're sticking to your roots, okay? Stand your ground is basically what I'm saying. And it's going to take time, okay? So slowly but surely, my loves, you will get past this. Anything else for advice, Spirit? The Two of Cups is coming up as advice for you, my loves. So, if you are resonating with, you know, this being a person that's leaving your life, it could be a romantic relationship. This Two of Cups, it usually does represent romantic, you know, love, couples, connections, marriage, a soul connection. But a lot of the times when I'm reading it in this particular way, I see it more as a self-love card, okay? I see it more as you reconnecting with your higher self and falling in love with yourself again, okay? Because I feel like for a long time you've lost yourself with this energy. This energy somehow kept you, I don't know, like hidden, but not hidden from other people, more like hidden from yourself, okay? Which is such a terrible place to be in, okay, my loves? And I know how that feels. It feels it's terrible. It's horrible. And so this is a chance for you to reconnect with yourself, okay? To find yourself again. You know, find the little things that you love doing and doing them again. Because I feel like for a long time you've put all your interests on the back burner, and you kind of just, I don't know, you've ignored yourself. You've really neglected your spirit. And I feel like this is your chance to reconnect, okay? To reconnect and just love yourself, my loves. Oh my God, as I'm saying that, the 10 of Cups. Yeah, this is crazy. A lot of you, I will say, you're gonna be going through a major glow up. It might not happen in like the next month or the next 2 months, but once you find that like flow, once you get yourself back into that flow state, oh my God, like the energy is gonna be night and day. People are gonna start asking you like, what are you doing? You look so good. You're shining. Your hair looks so healthy. Your eyes have this like shine to them, and you're gonna be like, no, I'm not doing anything different. You know what I mean? Which, I don't know. I love that energy for you. To be honest, I love that energy because you know damn well why it is that you look better. But you're not gonna tell people it's like, oh, it's because I'm just focusing on myself more. Like, they'll never really truly understand what that actually means because this is your journey, not theirs. And so you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm not really doing anything different, you know? And maybe I'm just like eating better. I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't even matter what you're doing. The fact is that you are there. You're glowing. And once you're there, you'll know, my loves. You'll know. The 6 of Cups is coming up, as well as the 4 of Pentacles. I think there's something from your past or from your childhood that you're holding on to, okay? This is very obvious. Let's see what else we can get about that. Spirit, what can you tell me about childhood? The Emperor. There could have been like a fear of somebody that is above you. The Emperor, it's giving like a father type of energy. Could be masculine. Doesn't have to be though. This could be feminine as well. But there was a certain energy that really stood above you as a child, okay? And I feel like you're holding on to a lot of trauma from that. Maybe it's not trauma, you're just holding on to a lot of like those expectations or like that energy in general. For a lot of you, I am getting like a parental figure. Anything else about this energy? Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like your whole life, it's been you trying to handle like your own things and then handling their things. And when I say their things, I mean like their expectations, their words, because I feel like you've carried a lot of their words from your childhood into your adulthood, and that's kind of become like your subconscious voice. But I mean, it's coming up for a reason now. Remember that the moment that we start choosing ourselves and the moment that we start releasing things that don't serve us anymore, a lot more things that we hold on to are going to come up to the surface, because they're going to be like, there's more space for me now. And you're going to notice them and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like there's also this. Yeah, my loves, there's also this. We all have our demons, right? We all carry these burdens. It's never just one thing. And so now, you know how like sometimes you think, oh my gosh, it's always something, right? Which I say that a lot. And I'm really trying to hold back from saying that because I don't like that saying. But you know, a lot of us say that. We think like, oh my gosh, we fix one issue and then another one arises. It's not that the other one just came out of nowhere. It's been there, right? We just haven't really focused on it because the other issue was more important to us. But now that you've gotten rid of one issue, there's another issue here that is now important to you. And it's time to, I'm hearing nip it at the bud, you know what I mean? Like pull it from the roots. Because you've been just kind of trimming it back, you know? Ignoring it, trimming it back. And now it's overgrowing, okay? The Magician is coming up as your advice, as well as the Strength card, Judgment, and the 3 of Pentacles, okay? It's time to get to work, my loves. It's time to get to work. I keep hearing it's time, my loves. Spirit, why is the Magician here? I think your guides want you to reach out to them. Okay, yeah. The Chariot as confirmation. The guides. The guides. Your guides want you to reach out to them. There's a certain direction that they want you to head into, and they want to make sure that you are aware of that and making the correct choice, okay? And I know that like when I say the correct choice, I don't mean that like there's a wrong choice. I mean more so like the choice that is best for you, okay? They want to make sure that you're taking that choice or that you're taking the right turn, okay? With judgment, the devil is coming up. That's why. That's why it's so important, because there could be something in your energy, in your thought pattern, in your subconscious that is lying to you or making something seem different than what it actually is. I hope I worded that correctly. Okay? Spirit, why is the devil here? Yeah, the Five of Swords. It could be distractions. It could be bad habits as well. I feel like it's a distraction though. There's something that really, yeah, the Two of Swords. It keeps you blinded. There's something in your energy that really keeps you like oblivious. I'm hearing for some of you could be like an addiction, like maybe a phone addiction. I am kind of seeing that. Like someone that just scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. Maybe you feel like you scroll too much. You kind of like doom scroll your life away. And it's gotten to a point where you feel like you get somewhere in your spirituality and then it sucks you back in. And then you probably go through like all these different, obsessions and like different things. You get distracted pretty easily. I feel like that's the main thing, is your distraction. And remember, this double energy, it feeds on you being distracted. It feeds on you being unaware, okay? So that it can continue to feed on you. So I feel like that's a major like warning flag that Spirit is giving you right now, to make sure that you are not getting distracted, okay? Spirit, how can we avoid being distracted at this time? How can we avoid being distracted? The King of Pentacles, grounding, okay? Slowing down. Slow down. Grounding, staying present. And I have actually, I'm gonna share this with you guys, because this message, first of all, I want to say I'm resonating with this entire reading as I'm going through this. I feel like I'm basically reading for myself. I have been focusing on slowing down for the past like 3 days. Okay, it's been 3 days. Yes, it should be longer, but it's very difficult for me to slow down. And where am I going with this? And today I woke up with the intention of being present, okay? And I feel like this could really help you guys. I have been coming on here on YouTube and looking up yoga videos. And I know that's so random, yoga. But, it's something I've never tried. And I thought, you know what? Like my body lately feels so like tense. I feel like I'm holding on to so much tension. No matter how much I like stretch in bed or like crack my bones, I don't feel the release. So I just looked up a beginner video, like a 10-minute yoga beginner video. And when I tell you guys, I felt so good after doing it. Just being present with myself and the ground, and even better if you can do this outside. I haven't done it outside yet. I should try that very soon. I don't know, it's not even, first of all, it took away my back pain after like 10 minutes of doing some yoga. All my pain was gone. I was amazed. But it's not just the physical feeling you get from it. And I say yoga, but this could be anything, right? This could be meditating. It could just be a quick exercise, whatever you want to do, whatever you're able to do. But I felt so spiritually light. I literally stood at like the door of my house, because I have like a regular door and then I have like a glass door outside of it. So I was just staring out the glass door, feeling the warmth from the sun and just like rocking left to right for the longest time ever. I felt like I was in a trance. And my point of this is, my love, slow down, okay? Find something that allows you to slow down, that allows you to feel present. Meditate. Meditation is very important, you guys. If you can get yourself to get into that like flow state, it doesn't have to be like flow state either, just like that inner state, okay? Confirmation birth there. I promise you will feel so much more present, and it's gonna be that much harder for things to take away your attention, okay? I've noticed since I've been doing it for like 3 days now, and I've noticed a tremendous difference in the way that I am aware, especially with my phone, because I tend to sometimes get in those times where I get distracted by like social media and stuff. I have been so aware of when I'm doing that now, and I've been able to like hold back and say, okay, 5 minutes, I'm good, I'm done, I'm gonna go outside or do something just not even productive, just something that fulfills me, okay? And I feel like that could really help you guys. So basically, just try to ground yourself, okay? Take things slow. It's really gonna help you and help your attention span as well, which is so important, especially in today's day and age, my loves. They feed on our attention. They feed on our energy, on our distractions, okay? So it is very important that you stay as present as possible right now, and that you focus on what it is that you want to achieve, which for you guys, it seems like you're trying to heal from past energies, okay? Things that want to cling onto your new life. They're not allowed to cling onto your new life, okay? Those energies, like I said before, pull them from the roots, okay? And if you have like weeds, if you have a backyard and you can pull some weeds out today, try doing that and envision yourself pulling those energies off the ground, okay, as you pull the weeds. I don't know. I might go do that too right now. That feels like that could really help. Anyway, my loves, I'm gonna leave the reading at that. It's been so long, 21 minutes. It's the longest reading I've done in a while. I love you guys so much. I hope this reading helped or resonated in any way. Let me know if it did. Yeah, and find me on TikTok as well, Earthly Soul Tarot, exact same name. I post zodiac readings on there. Did I say that right? Yeah, zodiac tarot readings. Anyway, I'm blabbering, y'all. Let me go slow down. I love you so much. I'll see you on the next reading.